Welcome, everybody, to the new era of sport entertainment. Yep, this week the WWE did a little reboot or something with Raw and Smackdown. Coming right there, draft picks. And this review is not just pick one. We're going to try to compare Raw, Smackdown, and their efforts. Well, they both have new theme music. It's a little bit better than SmackDown's. And Raw still kept their backstage the same. Only this time, they went back to the old way of having the commentator's desk near the ramps, just like a Bischoff had in WCW. So there are no commentator desk near the ring. And also, their logo is the same that they had around 2006. You know, the Raw symbol, it was like bright orange. And SmackDown did have a new logo, but I don't know. I mean, SmackDown Live. Shouldn't say SmackDown. I mean, no, it's live, but come on. Okay, and a few announcements. Well, it seems that the Raw just is going to create a new title. It's the WWE title. But it's not the World Heavyweight title. Let's see what happened on Raw. Well, let's see. Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley had all the Raw draft picks at the backstage. And they said that since Roman Reigns cost them the WWE title, so they're putting all of him. I don't know if that's the right call, considering that he's going to be the new Cena thing. But now they said that instead of having the WWE title, they're going to create a new title named the WWE Universal title. Yeah, WWE Universal title. That's just bullcrap. Yes. And the commentators for Raw are Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. So, yeah, Corey Graves was the commentator for NXT. So, I guess he needs someone good to try to help out with that crappy. Yeah, right. And so she decided that in order to choose who's going to be the champion, the WWE Universal Champion, they are going to have two fatal four ways. And where those two will face each other in the main event on Raw. But what made it crappy that I don't get is that for some reason that the winner doesn't win the title. No, the winner gets to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam for the title. So they're still going to do this authority angle. And somehow Seth Rollins earned his way to the WWE Universal Championship belt match. I don't know why. Okay, so in the first and so the people who are going to be in these fatal four ways are Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Cesaro, Roman Reigns, Rusev, Kevin Owens. Let's see. Is that all? Oh yeah, Chris Jericho and Roman and Finn Balor. Baylor. Yeah, yeah. And and also they mentioned that Monday was his birthday, so he turns 35. Hmm. Yeah, like that's not gonna. Oh yeah, like that's gonna help all of it. And then she made an announcement that Charlotte was going to defend the WWE Women's title against Sasha Banks. And when I hear this, I thought, why would you do that now? Shouldn't that wait until SummerSlam? But I guess since they try to get more ratings for Raw, they're just doing everything to try to help out. So then it goes to commercial break. Then for the first Fatal 4-Way, we have Cesaro versus Rusev versus Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. And I don't like Finn Balor's intro, his little intro to the ring. I wish he would have kept I wish they would have did the same thing they did for NXT. But yeah, this is the watered down roster. You go to NXT, you show your potential, then you go to the main roster, you get watered down. And yeah, there's something I gotta talk about, and that's because on Battleground, Cesaro without script, because after when Renee Young was talking about what about the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match, he went on saying that he should be in Battleground, he should be fighting, he still needs opportunities, but they're not giving it to him. And there was and I knew that Cesaro was never going to win this. Yeah, I mean, Cesaro had a great showing in his match. I mean, in the beginning, Kevin Owens and Rusev decided to team up, and then Kevin Owens started to order Rusev around, doing some moves, and then they turned on each other. And Finn Balor did have a great showing in the match, also. Eventually, he went up and winning the Fatal 4-Way. I mean, it's a scene that they were trying to boost Finn Balor up to the top gear overall now. So I'm guessing they wanted him to be the champion or something. Yeah. And then the New Day announced that they were gonna celebrate the new era with their new cereal, because it just became the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in history. And let's face it, there was the only reason because they haven't defended the belts that much. They got some stupid feuds, the Wyatts. And then they said that they're going to have the debut of Nia Jax. Then it goes to commercial break. Then they showed a showcase of the cruiserweights that they signed up. I don't know. I didn't watch that. They're going to screw up the cruiserweight division, just like they did last time. And then we have Nia Jax versus Britt Baker. This was a squash match to show how powerful Nia Jax was, because she did her big leg drop on Britt Baker. Then when she went for the cover, when it got to the 2 count, she pulled her up and then did their big leg drop again and won the match. So it was a squash match, show how powerful Nia Jax is, future women's title champion. And then I don't know what this was, but throughout this entire show, they go on Truth, our Truth and Goldust were playing that Pokemon Go app on their phone, and they were running around the stadium trying to catch Pokemon. Because when Sasha Banks was being interviewed by Tom Phillips about her championship match, Golden Truth were there trying to catch a Pokemon. Then Sasha Banks said ever since they started the women's revolution, she's been living her dream. When she finally beats Charlotte for the title, she'll make the dream come true. The new era is about to have its first new champion. There's nothing Charlotte or Dana Brooks can do about it. The WWE Universe better get ready because the WWE Women's Champion is going to have some new swag to it. And it's going to get lit tonight. Obviously, given that she's going to win the title, but And then they announced that the second Fatal 4-Way will be next, which Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho. Then a commercial break. Then when they came back, they announced that Brock Lesnar is going to return Monday Night Raw next week. Yeah. And Randy Orton will be there since he's on Smackdown. Then it came the Chris Jericho versus Sheamus versus Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. And great way of trying to build up Roman Reigns again. I mean, they failed to bring back Roman Reigns because this whole fake wellness test failed. They didn't try to build it up to the crowd like a redemption or something, but no. And this match showed how little the WWE is going to try to help Roman Reigns, because at the beginning of the match, everyone started attacking him. So it was just a 3-on-1. So I guess they are trying to build like John Cena. Yeah, he fought him off. Sami Zayn, and I think Sami Zayn had a great showing during this match. And I was hoping that Chris Jericho will win this, because I want to have him being the Universal Champion than Roman Reigns, but I guess we don't get what we want. So, and then it got to the point where it's just, and then it got to the point where Sami Zayn was about to pin Roman Reigns, but he got out of it and used the Superman punch to take him out. And then Jericho used the cold breaker on Reigns, but then no. And then I think he avoided the cold breaker and hit him with the Superman punch again. And then when Reigns was about to hit him with a spear, Jericho kicked him in the face. And then he hit him with another cold breaker for a near fall. And then Jericho tried to attack him, but then Roman Reigns hit him with a spear and he won the match. So, yeah. So it's Reigns versus Finn Balor in the main event. And throughout this whole thing, the crowd just booed him. But, they're going to try to find some heel for Roman Reigns to go up against so he can return to the graces of the WWE Universe. So, yeah. Yeah, then went to commercial break, then went back. There was the New Day celebration with balloons and unicorns. Oh my god, this is just crap. This whole New Day crap. And then, as everyone said, the last night against the Wyatts didn't that go as planned, but he is glad Bray Wyatt is on Smackdown Live. And then change the fact for 337 days, the New Day has been the WWE World Tag Team Champions. And then Big E said that 337 days is a long time. 337 days ago, when Stefani and Jennifer Garner were still married, not to each other, but that would be cool. And Kofi Kingston said that 337 days ago, Studios was just a dream, but now it's an actual breakfast show. Breakfast cereal. Pre-order them from FYE stores, Bootios. They make sure you ain't booty. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try to search this website to see if it's true. And I probably might do that on a little bit of a show, which I'm gonna dub the Tony Bianchi show, where I'm gonna discuss certain parts of the WWE or other wrestling companies. But and then they show this video package of all the highlight moments. God. And after the whole thing, they made this joke about having a huge package. Oh god. And then, as everyone says, that they're gonna have a honor. They're gonna pick someone from the crowd to make them an honorary member of the New Day. And so they picked this big black guy, and then they said what his name is, and he said Sonny Boy. And they kept trying to get to his real name. Like what was his government name, and he kept saying Sonny Boy. And I guess this is just I don't know if this guy's a wrestler or not. But and then they started this Sonny Boy chants. And then they started saying a New Day Rock thing, but then Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows attacked them, started beating them up. And then they were trying to provoke Sonny Boy to attack him, but he doesn't. Yeah. So at least this shows that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson do not need AJ Styles. And it goes to commercial break, and when they return, this was going to be the new return of Neville, but this is sad for Curtis Axel because he was in the ring with a commercial break, and I don't know why, but JoJo, the permanent announcer for Raw, because I haven't seen Lily Garcia on Raw or either SmackDown. I don't know if they fired her or she's probably gone into the lower tier shows like Main Event or Superstars or NXT. No, not NXT. They already got someone. But she introduced him as Mr. Irrelevant. Because I think on NFL or NBA drafts, the last draft pick was called Mr. Irrelevant. So instead of trying to do what Paul Heyman is trying to do, try to have him combine his lineage like Mr. Perfect and the Axe Henning, they are trying to make him to Mr. Irrelevant, which is true because they had him in the Social Outcast, which is gone. And then the end of the match between Curtis Axel and Neville, and I don't know, but Neville looked like a long-haired Austin Aries. All he needed was the cape, and he looked like a long-haired Austin Aries. Okay, this was a squash match again, because Neville beat him with the red arrow. So yeah, Neville returns. I'm guessing he's going to be in the cruiserweight division. I'm with Chris Axel, but I don't know if he's weight limit. Then with the commercial break, and Darren Young was backstage talking about how he was this close to winning the title. And then Mr. Bob advertised that they'll never learn from their mistakes. Then once again, the Golden Truth came out there trying to capture a Pokemon. This is I don't know. And then they had the WWE Women's Championship match, which was a very great one. I mean, this was kind of like the caliber of what their NXT Women's Championship match was. This is why I hate these stupid commercial breaks, because at the beginning of the match, Dana Brooks was there. And they had some great matches. I mean, and Dana Brooks was interfering in the match, but then when it went to commercial break and went back, she was nowhere to be seen because the referee threw her out. But we didn't see that happening because it went to a commercial break. Although it was a great match for a women's championship match. And at the very end, where they were just exhausted throughout the entire match, Charlotte just charged at her and she countered it with a bank statement. And she won the match by submission. So your new women's champion is Sasha Banks. Oh, it was a great celebration. And then Byron Saxton got out of the ring to congratulate Sasha Banks. He's a new as his first new champion. And then he asked the moment met her, and then the whole crowd started chanting, "You deserve it." Then they said that she did it. That's been her dream since she was 10 years old. And she told everyone that she was the best. And this proves it. It's a new era in WWE. It's the era of the boss. Change and women's wrestling. I don't know. This was just forced. I believe they just did this to try to boost up their ratings. I mean, yes, I'm glad that Sasha Banks was champion, but could have just waited for SummerSlam. But I guess they're going to have the rematch between Sasha Banks and Charlotte at SummerSlam, I guess. But it's not going to have the same effect. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's an opportunity to try to boost up Raw's ratings. Probably did, but it probably wasted an opportunity to try to help out SummerSlam. But that's. And then it goes to commercial break. And then when it came back, and then it was Byron Saxton in the ring with some jobber named James Ellsworth, and I don't know. James Ellsworth said that he's never, and he was about to face Braun Strowman. So, and Ellsworth said that he's nervous about facing Braun Strowman, but he believes he can pull off the upset. And Braun Strowman came out. He had new theme music, so I'm guessing he's out of the Wyatt family for now. I don't know. And he had a new haircut. I mean, they cut his long hair down. He still had some hair up top, but oh my god, this was a basic. This was a literally a squash match. I mean, this Braun Strowman just beat the hell out of this guy. As with the bell rang, Ellsworth punched him in the midsection, and yet, like, his hands hurt. And Braun Strowman just threw him in the corner, just threw him around. And he did a reverse chokeslam to win. My God. So this was the night of squash matches. We had Nia Jax squash Brett. We had Neville squashing Curtis Axel. Now we had Braun Strowman squashing James Ellsworth. Yeah. And then when commercial break, they came back and they had Golden Truth once again looking for Pokemon, and they were at the Pittsburgh Penguins locker room. And our Truth states the little Pittsburgh Penguin as a Pokemon. Yeah. Way to promote Pokemon Go. And then Enzo and Cass were coming to the ring. Oh god, I don't know why he says this. Enzo says to quote the ODB, that's old dirty bastard. He says, "Ooh, baby, I like it raw." Oh god. Yeah. And Cass says, "Nice." He said that he's also like it raw, but he also like other things raw, and he started naming things like cookie dough, eggs, egg whites, brownie batter, fish, sushi. Even though this says you can't eat brownie batter, it's bad for you. And then the Shining Stars interrupts him, and Primo says that the only raw thing they should be talking about is the raw beauty of their island paradise. And Epico says that when they're done with them, they'll invite the people of Pittsburgh to leave their ugly city behind and call them to Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean. And then Cass says we only got one word to spell them out, and that's soft. Oh, this was starting to be a good match, but then, oh god, yes, they still continue a little comedy of Pokemon Go, because when the Shining Star's about to win, R-Truth and Goldust were walking out of the crowd, and then they were entering the ring, trying to search for Pokemon. Then they got out of the ring on the other side. Epico and Primo were arguing with them. I think Primo was arguing with them, and then Big Cass hit him with the boot for the win. So, yes. Yeah. Just another. And then the match, and then after commercial break, then they had the main event, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. And then when the match began, Reigns just started to attack Balor quickly. I don't know, this was a good match, even though there's so many of these stupid commercial breaks throughout this entire thing. Pretty obvious that the crowd was on Finn Balor's side. Reigns did do a couple of power bombs to Finn Balor. Got a 2 count. And then, oh my god. When Reigns was down on the ground, Finn Balor was on the top turnbuckle, and he did I think it was a flying curb stuff on Reigns. And then at the very end of the match, Reigns tried to do a spear on Finn Balor, but he counters it with a sling blade, and then Finn Balor went on top turnbuckle, and he did the coup de grace on Reigns to win the match. So for the WWE Universal Championship belt, it'll be Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Yeah. Great way to kickstart Raw. Yeah, okay, so summing up, they have new theme music, they have a new logo, they have a new championship belt to fight for. But this, I don't understand the point of having Seth Rollins in the championship match at SummerSlam without proving himself. Because if they had to work this out, it would have been Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor for the title at SummerSlam. But I guess since they got 2 great Ring of Honor and New Japan, I guess this could be a great match. Even though Seth Rollins' moves are so watered down that, if he was Tyler Black for Ring of Honor, this would have been a great match. But no, it won't. I mean, it can be a great match, but it won't be the best. And I just want to talk about something about Raw. Because even though it has so many squash matches, one thing that I'm pissed at from all this is that Cesaro they didn't give him the push that he deserves. And that's the main reason why he was mad at Battleground. Because he knows, and we all know, that he deserves to be champion. He deserves to be in a Universal Championship match. But because of what he said the truth. They punished him. He had a great showing in a Fatal 4-Way match, but want Finn Balor to be the number 1 guy now. So they keep dropping people. They keep dropping the ball. All these guys, they dropped the ball on Reigns. They really dropped the ball on Cesaro. It doesn't make sense. I mean, the guy is a great athlete. He's probably the best wrestler on Raw. But no, he doesn't get a shot at the title. I hope that through his little interaction with Rusev during a Fatal 4-Way that they finally gonna put him in a title picture for the United States title. But they probably won't. I don't get it, so I don't get it. Cesaro deserves better. And if he has to leave the WWE to get his own shot, let him. Because what's happening now this week, what I just saw, what I heard about, he's the opportunities that these wrestlers, that these guys who deserve a shot, are going to be taken away sooner than you think. Okay, well, let's talk about Smackdown. And they still kept the same. I don't know, they got rid of the stage. One thing that's different. Two, the announcers there are Mauro Ranaldo and JBL's back on SmackDown, and David Otunga is on SmackDown. And they had a new theme music and a new logo, but the theme music is, I don't know. It's the Raw's is a lot better than SmackDown's. And the logo is SmackDown Live, but I don't know why they added live on SmackDown. They would have just did better with this SmackDown, but you know, they wanted to be different. And at the beginning, they had Shane and Daniel Bryan in the ring, along with the rest of the SmackDown roster. And Shane mentions how SmackDown is the home to the one and only WWE champion, Dean Ambrose, and they talked about how he needs an opponent to face at SummerSlam. And Dean Ambrose walks into the ring through his theme music. And he says that he has a SmackDown Live fever. He wants to know who's going to step up. And what Daniel Bryan decided to do is they're going to have a six-pack match in which six wrestlers fight, and whoever gets a pinfall submission is for the WWE title. And so he named out 5 wrestlers. He named out, and no surprise, John Cena. Then Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and AJ Styles. And then he says that they're going to decide on the 6th person to be in the 6-man match, the Battle Royal. So everyone got in and they fought. Okay, let me just name you the people who got eliminated. Okay, the first one to get eliminated is Simon Gotch by Kane. Then the Ascension got eliminated by Kane with a double choke slam out of the ring. Then Jey Uso got eliminated by Tyler Breeze when he did the beauty shot, and Fandango pulled the ropes down and he got eliminated. So once again, Breezango got over on Usos. Although I think there was just one member of the Usos, Jey Uso. And then Arian English got eliminated by Eric Rowan. And got eliminated, but this was during the commercial break. So, and then Mojo Rawley got eliminated by Alberto Del Rio. And then Kane tosses Alberto Del Rio out of the ring. And then And then Breezango gets eliminated, but I think this was break. I don't know how. And then let's see. And then it was just a battle between Kane and Kalisto. But Kalisto got taken down by Kane. And then Kane eliminated Zack Ryder. And then it was left between Kane and Apollo Crews. And in the very last moments, when Kane is about to do the choke slam Apollo Crews, he counters choke slam and Kane charges at him and he pulls the ropes down and eliminates Kane. So Apollo Crews will be the sixth member in the six-pack match. And I have to say, I like this way of picking a no more contender than Raw's. Because Raw's way, only a select few got a chance to fight for the WWE Universal title. But the way Shane and Ryan did, everyone got an opportunity for the WWE title, and I think that's what they're trying to do. Because throughout the entire show, they talk about getting ready to break the glass thing. Yeah, you talk about break the glass, and you have John Cena. And then they made an announcement that Natalya and Becky Lynch are going to have a rematch at the commercial break. But then they made an announcement that Shelton Benjamin was going to come back to the WWE on Smackdown. So I'm guessing throughout this entire show, they talk about picking up free agents. Yeah. I don't know why Shelton Benjamin want to go back to WWE. Because the way they treated him, especially that little racist thing that McMahon had him do, especially theme music saying that he's blacker than black. I don't know. Yeah. The last time we saw Shelton Benjamin on WWE, he was on the ECW brand. But he went his separate ways and went on to have some great matches at Ring of Honor with his partner Charlie Haas. Yeah. Then he went on to do some shows in New Japan. I don't know why he wants to come back to the WWE. Nothing's changed. Like, people don't get shit at the WWE. And throughout this entire show, the members of the six-pack match gave these promos for it, so I guess that's a good change. That's a good thing. Then Natalya versus Becky Lynch. I think this was a lot better than a match at Battleground. Can't try to, I don't know, because Becky Lynch was trying to do these counters that led up to the disarmer. And throughout this entire show, Natalya was just trying to showboat after she knocked down Becky Lynch. Then Becky Lynch knocked her down, and then she started doing the boasting too. At one point, Natalya just walked all over Becky Lynch. And then at the very end of the match, Becky Lynch tried to go for the Discover Woman. Again, Natalya countered with a tornado clothesline. Clothesline? No, this is clothesline. Tornado clothesline. But then Becky Lynch counters the sharpshooter with the disarmer, and she tapped out Becky Lynch. And then And then after this match, Alexa Bliss comes out. Oh God, I love Alexa Bliss. And then she talked about how she is the new era that she comes out. She said some things to Bacon Lynch. Then Naomi came out, and then she's talking to Alexa Bliss that you shouldn't be running your mouth, but she hasn't ever had her official WWE match yet. And then Carmelo comes out, and she does a little NXT thing. And then, oh my God. And then Eva Marie comes out. But, oh my God, they had some kind of Titantron video package about Eva Marie as she comes out there with this white outfit. Uh, and I don't know. I just hope Eva Marie improves during her wrestling. And then with commercial break, then it announced that Miss TV is gonna have a special guest. And when commercial break came back on, Baron Corbin did his promo about the six pack challenge. And then Miz saying that he's guest is a former WWE champion. Uh, I don't know. He just talked about he was describing the Viper, but then he said that he was the special guest. Then he just started interviewing himself, which led to Maurice and Miz making out. And then Randy Orton's music played. And then Miz said it was good to see him. And then Orton said it sounded like Miz was talking about him when he was watching backstage. And he said that Miz has a good mic skills. And Miz said he's a professional. And then Orton says to him that he must be an expert at playing with himself. Oh, God. Then the Miz said you can crack all the jokes that you want because you have a match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Miz says that he made a pretty good living at one time being a legend killer. And he says that he's probably going to Suplex City, but it's only going to take one RKO to send Lesnar to Viperville. And Miz says he seems real confident that he hasn't been in the ring for 9 months. He said Orton's first match might be his last. And then Orton talks about how his match against Lesnar should be his first match, and so he tried to go the Miz to have a match with him tonight. Miz says he's not gonna fall for it, but then he talked about how then she started to talk to Marie, says that your husband's scared, and she said that he's not, and then she says that the Miz accepts the match. So yeah, so after the commercial break will be the Miz versus Randy Orton. And during that match, the Miz just concentrated on the shoulder. I don't know, because they were trying to talk about because he had shoulder surgery. That's why he was out 9 months. And so throughout the entire match, he was trying to go after that shoulder. At one time, he threw Randy Orton. Randy Orton was outside with him. He tried to throw him to the steps, but Miz countered and threw him shoulder first into the steps. And then the Miz threw him in the ring. And then when he ran into the ring after Randy Orton did the RKO, but he didn't make the cover. He was waiting for the Miz to get up. He did his recoil and strike boom montage, and then he delivered another RKO for the win. So Randy Orton beat the Intercontinental Champion. So I'm guessing that's going to be him facing the Miz after he beats Brock Lesnar. But let's face it, Randy Orton needs to win more than Brock Lesnar because he's still going to get paid. Then they had a video package of the former NXT champions, the American Alphas, and they're going to make their debut next week. I'm guessing maybe Shelton Benjamin might be involved with them. I don't know. Maybe join the American Alphas because the American Alphas are kind of like Charlie Huss and Shelton Benjamin's team, the world's greatest tag team. And then, I don't know, when came out the commercial break, there was some jobber in the ring, but Heath Slater attacked him. And he made this stink about how he wasn't drafted on Raw or Smackdown. He said he's the hottest free agent there is, and Shane came out there. And then he talked about that he needs to submit a resume, and Slater just named out his organization with Nexus, the Core, 3MB, the One Man Band, 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion. And then Shane was talking about he's looking for the hottest free agent out there, but then you see behind Heath Slater and you see Rhino was out there, and then Slater turned around and he got gored by Rhino. So I said Rhino's coming to SmackDown, and I don't know why. Why is Rhino back? But let's face it, he wasn't there that long the last time he was here. Once again, a spot that should have been given someone worthier than him was taken. And they're not going to treat him well. He's not going to get the opportunity to become champion. Okay, and then AJ Styles did his promo for the six-pack match. And then it went to commercial break, and it was the main event. And then at the beginning, you see Bray Wyatt doing his promo. He said, tonight, 5 men will fall, and he will then truly have the whole world in his hands. Here. So I'm guessing he's not going to associate himself with, I think it's Eric Rowan. And so it was a good match. I mean, the six-pack match, I mean, Baron Corbin brought the match when he tried to pin Ziggler on someone else. He got really frustrated at the referee. It was a good showing for Apollo Crews, good showing for Dolph Ziggler, for Bray Wyatt. Yeah. But throughout this entire match, I was afraid that John Cena was going to win. And there were some good parts when AJ Styles did a 450 splash on Bray Wyatt. rope. And oh my god. And Apollo Crews did a couple German suplexes on AJ Styles. That was a good part. And then at the very end, Apollo Crews had the win, did the set up powerbomb on Baron Corbin, but then Bray Wyatt pulled the referee out, and then he went in the ring and did the Sister Abigail on Crews, but then Dolph Ziggler did the zigzag on Bray Wyatt, and then he was trying to go with a pin, but the referee was down. And yeah. And then John Cena entered the ring, did AA on Ziggler. And then it was just a series of AAs by John Cena. I mean, he hit Apollo Crews with an AA, then he hit an AA on Bray Wyatt. I do one on Baron Corbin, but he fought out of it. But then he did the second attempt and did an AA on him. But then AJ Styles did a fly forearm on John Cena, and then Ziggler hit John with AJ Styles super kick. He made it and then won the match. So your number one contender is Dolph Ziggler. And I have to say, finally, he gets a title shot. I mean, finally, Dolph Ziggler gets a shot at the WWE title. So, and then Ambrose's music plays, and then they had a little face-off. Ambrose was holding up the title, but then Daniel Bryan and Shane came into the ring. They shake both of their hands because they're gonna face each other at SummerSlam. And that's how it ends. With 4 matches. So, okay, let's see. Raw had a better theme music. Smackdown had a different setup than theirs. Well, only their setup was like, like a pay-per-view setup with no backstage. Just those 2 little barriers there. And also, they made an announcement that in September, SmackDown was going to have their own pay-per-view. Smart return of Backlash. Because Backlash will be the next pay-per-view in September, so they're bringing that pay-per-view back. So already for the WWE Universal title, we have Rollins versus Finn Balor, and for the WWE title, we have Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler, and I think SmackDown did the right thing of picking their number one contender for the title. Raw, not so much. And this feels like they're going backwards. In the early 2000s, they did the draft. And then around 2010 or up to 2012, doing the draft. I mean, they started leaning away from the drafts. And I think they had a 5-1 in 13 or 14. I don't know when. And then they started unifying titles, but now they're starting to the brands again. And so now they're going backwards. And I mean, it was a better Raw than usual, but it's still the same old crap. And I think Raw is just dropping the gun, trying to get Sasha Banks as champion, trying to get Finn Balor as champion. I mean, they dropped the ball on Zack Ryder and Derek Young, and especially Cesaro. I mean, I know for a fact that it's going to be John Cena versus AJ Styles one more time. Just can be complete the burial, but there you have it, Raw versus SmackDown. Um, I don't know. It's just, I mean, you expect they're going to do something big in their first episode of the new era. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be watered down from here on out. But I will have to say that SmackDown probably edged it out because of the number one contendership match and the challenge. And I don't know what's going to happen next week. We're going to have the American Alphas making their debut. Shelton Benjamin might come and help them out. I don't know. But I guess that's how it's going to happen. So, SummerSlam in August, Backlash in September. So I guess they're going to try to do this interchaining of, and hopefully they'll have the Divas title on SmackDown. Can't see them defend the title at SmackDown even though in Raw. So they get a Divas title back. And I'm guessing they're probably going to have the WWE Universal Tag Team Championship belts. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy this review. At least on that, talk about what you think about SmackDown. And hope you enjoy this Raw SmackDown this week, because it's not going to be good after this. I can tell you that. Raw had a good theme music, but when it comes to promoting and getting over, it's jump the gun, but he ends up being the first Universal Champion. And I'm going to end this right here. So thank you and good night.